Andrew Yang seemingly stepped in a pile of shit with his comments on Israel-Palestine. The Yang, hashtag Yang is for genocide, was trending. So Andrew Yang had tweeted this: "I'm standing with the people of Israel who are coming under bombardment attacks and condemn the Hamas terrorists. The people in New York City will always stand with our brothers and sisters in Israel who face down terrorism and persevere." So some riveting, exciting stuff there, Andrew Yang. He's standing with the people of Israel as they are killing Palestinian people left and right. Okay, why? All in defense of stealing their land, the settlement, the occupation. They keep on stealing. They're not doing the two-state solution that we give them billions of dollars. We're still just going to keep them. You know what? I know Israel keeps on killing innocent people. Let's just give them another $1 billion. Maybe they'll quit. Maybe we could just give them so many billions and billions of dollars that they'll just feel overwhelmed. Their compassion will just like, man, we can't. Maybe we could buy them a conscience. Maybe we could give them. Maybe we could buy them a conscience. So Andrew Yang is going to fix those. He walked those comments back. He said they're overly simplistic. Well, yeah, and one-sided. Andrew Yang, I'm standing with the people of Israel who are coming under bombardment attacks and condemn the Hamas terrorists. The people in New York City will always stand with our brothers and sisters in Israel who face down terrorism and persevere. Well, that's the exact same tweet right there. That happened the 10th, May 10th, 2021. I think it's fair in the sense that, you know, yeah, he's not really being fair and even-handed on this, right? But it's unfair in the sense that Andrew Yang is the only person that the world and probably New York City knows is running for mayor, right? And it's right around the corner. So New York City, fucking start studying your goddamn candidates. It's, you know, early voting I think is on the 11th. So that's less than a month. Early voting begins in less than a month. And then the 22nd. So that's, you know, everything will be all done with here in less than 2 months. So there's some other people. Let's see, Israeli Defense Forces, they said they're currently attacking the Gaza Strip right now. So I guess that's better if IDF is just telling everybody, oh yeah, we're just going to go ahead and attack Palestine. Just attack the shit out of them. But Andrew Yang did say this. He said, I mourn for every Palestinian life taken before its time, as I do for every Israeli. Now, that's revolutionary in the sense that he is respecting the human rights of the Palestinian people. Sometimes they'll say a state or a nation, and that's like a faux pas or some shit. The state of Palestine, it should be a state. We should call it a fucking motherfucking Palestinian state and enforce the goddamn borders. Put American troops there. Right? Israel is, you love us, you love America, or are you just dragging us into your fucking shit? Because Sarah Palin, Ted Cruz, oh, they adore. Meghan McCain, adore. It doesn't matter what you do. So this is, you know, good. So Andrew Yang got more precise with what he was talking about and more specific. They're overly simplistic, yeah, more like one-sided. One interesting thing at the debate, all the candidates had raised their hands in the affirmative in regarding to releasing body and dash cameras immediately after a person has been shot and killed. So there you go, Canyon City, Fremont County, Delta County, Colorado. Release your dash and body camera of Paige Pierce and Dalton Buckholz. Release the dash and body cams. Now, what did the other candidates talk about when Israel, right? What are we doing with Israel here? So we only know about Andrew Yang. So, okay, he didn't have the view that you wanted him to have because that's your view. But does any of the candidates support Palestine? Does anybody? We're pretty right-wing. Look who the goddamn, it's a right-wing president, Democrat. We are center-right nation. And since we're a center-right nation, he took a center-right position. And he got hammered for it, and, you know, I'm glad he clarified himself. And you know Sarah Palin, she's got to have it. When she wants it, she's got to have it. I think we should cut Israel off for 10 fucking years. Just let them stand on their own 2 feet. I'm tired of them dragging us down in their own pig shit. They want to wallow in their own, you know, apartheid pig shit. Now, there was somebody that said apartheid, and then there was somebody that actually doubled down and went above and beyond Andrew Yang's one-sided approach. So let's see. Let's type in apartheid, New York mayor, and we'll just, yep, here we go. Diane Morales. We have ourselves a winner. We have a winner. So, Diane Morales, they said it resurfaced, but this is great. This is fantastic. This means in 2015 sponsored trip, she said it's propaganda. Okay, so, oh shit, watch out for Diane Morales. Who is Diane Morales? She's a person who seems to, you know, respect the lives of the Palestinians just as much as the lives of the Israeli people. Huh, that's incredible. That's what? So let's see what did before I got some comments of, but let's listen to Eric. Let's listen to the mayor. You just want to listen to the mayor thing?
Car stops is extremely dangerous. That is one
this is Eric Adams.
Could do to do a car stop. I also know that the prerequisite to prosperity is public safety, and I have been stating this for a while, and I'm happy after the Times Square shooting that the other candidates, for the most part, have joined me in dealing with this violence. We must fight violence with prevention and intervention. Prevention, those are the long-term programs that you're hearing about, and they're great, but we have to deal with intervention. We have gun violence now, and if we don't reinstitute...
Fight violence with violence, fight fire with fire. There's Eric Right-Wing Adams, right? So Eric Right-Wing Adams, he is going to, he defended stop and frisk. So Eric Stop and Frisk Adams, he strikes me as a right-wing Republican. I don't know why he's part of the Democratic Party, but like I said, we're a center-right nation. New York City, typically a bunch of Democrats, but here, I don't know. People are weird, you know. If the Democrats aren't going to get tough on crime, it does look like get rid of the police and just let the criminals run roughshod on everybody. That's fucking nuts. So today on Yom Yerushalayim, Israel came under attack from Hamas-fired rockets in Gaza, said Eric Adams, who's president of the borough of Brooklyn and a former police officer. Israelis live under the constant threat of terrorism and war. New York City's bond with Israel remains unbreakable. I stand shoulder to shoulder with the people of Israel at this time of crisis. I want to say, before I did one report where there were 25, 26 were killed, I've seen 36 killed, and you know, I want to say 9 kids still, that seems to be maintaining, but it was more than 26. There was another 10 that was killed, and it's been 4 or 5 days. So this shit, is it, we're going to do this just constantly, go on and on? Is this going to be like a 6-day fucking war, just another 1967 6-day war? Is it going to end after 6 days? What are we doing? Just seems like it goes on and on, right? Just like the goddamn imperialist fucking empire. It's our pit bull. Our pit bull is running around murdering innocent people. What would we do with the pit bull in America if it went around and it killed one person? Give it billions of dollars and protection with our veto at the United Nations. Oh, so there you go. Eric Stop and Frisk Adams, he went ahead and went above and beyond. Andrew Yang, hey, you are correct. And, you know, so he's on the side of Ted Cruz and Sarah Palin and Meghan McCain. And you know that Sarah Palin, she's got to have it. You know about that Sarah Palin? She's got to have it. Oh, she is so gross. Okay, so that was Eric Adams. You just heard him. You just heard what he said about Palestine. Now let's listen to Diane Morales. Here's Diane Morales' comments, okay? So currently she's polling around 3%. She had met with the Jewish high school students, told them she could not advocate for equity and justice in New York City while turning a blind eye to the challenges around those issues in Israel and with the folks living in Gaza and Palestine. Seems fair and balanced to me. She's talking about the people in Israel, talking about the people in Gaza and Palestine. Diane Morales said that while she agreed to the principle with a recent initiative by the Democratic Socialists of America, which had asked the candidates for New York City mayor not to travel to Israel if they were elected as a way of demonstrating solidarity with Palestinians living under occupation, she said she wouldn't rule out traveling to Israel if she was elected mayor, but she did agree in principle with the idea, so she knows that that's a tactic. In 2015, Diane Morales visited Israel on a junket with the Jewish Community Relations Council of New York. She says she did not feel the participants in the trip were given honest information. The Forward reported Israel is so beautiful. Diane Morales said Israel is beautiful. Well, she's not anti-Semitic. So, okay, she's pointing out that there's apartheid, there's problem, but she's also saying Israel's beautiful. It's so damn beautiful. That's why everybody wants a piece of it. Everybody wants a piece of Israel because it's so fucking gorgeous. So the mayor candidate said Israel was an active participant in infringing and violating other people's human rights. So there you go. Out of the 12 candidates that are running for mayor of New York City, only Diane Morales has the courage to speak up for the human rights of Palestinians without question, without prompting, without, hey, aren't they people too? Without nobody saying, hey, aren't they people too? Like what Andrew Yang needed. He needed kind of to be pushed into the right direction, whereas Diane Morales, let's see, who else do we have? Eric Adams, Sean Donovan, he's okay. Diane Morales, Maya Wiley, I don't like the way she talks. She's a pretty black woman. She was right about, she said that she's been black all of her life, so she was, she's black, right? That's great. That's awesome. Black is beautiful. She's been afraid of crime and police violence, too, and she says it's a false dichotomy, so she's correct about both of those things, right? So all 8 candidates raised their hands in the affirmative in regards to releasing dash and body cams. Let's see here. Catherine Garcia. Not that impressed with Catherine Garcia. Andrew Yang had said that she's his number 2 choice. She got the endorsement of the New York Times. Of course, you got that Scott guy who had some sexual assault allegation, and I think you should, hammer it out, right? There's degrees to. So is this a rape? Is this what's going on with this? I think we should, not rush to judgment. But that Scott guy had got number 1 from the, working class party's endorsement, and then some other ones, and then everybody kind of walked away from him. I don't think it's over, but Scott Stringer was formerly a New York City comptroller. His temperament, I don't know if he's got the look of a mayor. Diane Morales, a former public school teacher and nonprofit CEO. So there you go. She's humble. Diane Morales, she, was teaching your fucking shit kids, your stinky ass fucking shit kids. Your fucking COVID, spread your pig pens, Diane Morales is a former public school teacher and a nonprofit CEO. She said that she ran some multi-million-dollar organizations or some shit. Maya Wiley, she's a civil rights attorney, former MSNBC analyst. Really? Maya Wiley? Eric Adams, Sean Donovan, let's see, Eric Adams, why is Eric Adams a Democrat? Sean Donovan, I like his demeanor and temperament, and I feel like he's genuine and honest. I haven't looked into all these people's policies, and ultimately it comes down to policy, right? It's not just what it looks like and what they were able to get out to you. As a citizen, you got to do your due diligence. And so I would say that I like Diane Morales the best. I would say number 1, Diane Morales. Number 2, Ray Mcguire. He's, a beautiful black man. He says he loves New York, but he thinks that New Yorkers are hungry for change. And since he's a black man, he wants police protection too. 6'4", 200 pounds. He doesn't want to be profiled. So he wants to restructure New York Police Department. He wants to create an office called the Deputy Mayor of Public Safety to do the day-to-day police work, interact with folks in the community. So he kind of wants to, I guess, whatever, delegate that away from him. He don't want to be, oh man, I don't want to be the face of the, you know, you are the mayor is over the police. That's, I don't know, that would help ease, you know, his burden and tension and gives him a buddy, but that's more, you know, propaganda. That's more about just putting a public face on the damn thing. Now, chain of command, he says if there's one offense, then everybody in the chain of command gets in trouble. That would do something. That would make sure everybody is on everybody's case to make sure nobody's fucking around. And he also wants to do something about mental health issues when it comes to the police. I think that Ray Mcguire, I like that he's got a good temperament. He's, you know, got a good chance at winning this damn thing, just like that Diane Morales does. She's, you know, she's moving up. She's moving on up. Sean Donovan, he had a good idea. So policy-wise, he said that fewer than half of the cops are actually from New York City. So you got a bunch of, what, people from Vermont and fucking Georgia running New York City? What kind of shit is that? New York City should be ran by New York City, and so that's, you know, that's something obvious, and Sean Donovan said that he would change that, so Ray Mcguire should pick up on that. So let's see, what else? There's 12 Democratic candidates, 2 Republicans, a couple independents. June 22nd is when it's all said and done. There's June 11th is when early voting begins. The people in the Zoom debate, Maya Wiley, Sean Donovan, Catherine Garcia, Diane Morales, Scott Stringer, Eric Adams, Ray Mcguire. They were all part of the Zoom, right? Andrew Yang. So they were all, I feel like those are like the 8 serious ones, and there's like 4 other ones doing something about something. So what are we doing? We're going to do ranked choice voting. We're going to do ranked choice voting, but it's not the best, but it is ranked choice voting. It's not approval voting. It's ranked choice voting. You pieces of shit. I had tweeted out to the Secretary of State for Colorado, you know, saying, hey, let's get some instant runoff voting or some shit, and then some motherfucker goes, that is literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And he said, approval voting is so much better. And I was just, that's the dumbest thing you've ever heard. Okay, I don't know what you're trying to do, but we think the opposite. You use for all statements like a fucking crazy motherfucker. And I'll talk to you if, you know, you're like a scientific person, you listen to evidence, you ask questions. I'll talk to you if you actually, you know, consider, you know, the full picture. Oh, you talked to, and you never, but, okay, all right. Working Family Party, they had endorsed Scott Stringer, number 1. They endorsed Garcia, number 2, and then Maya Wiley. So not Scott Stringer anymore, but Catherine Garcia, I guess, would be bumped up, and then Maya Wiley. Andrew Yang said Catherine Garcia is his number 2 choice. And that's showing a major component of the success of instant runoff voting. You might not win folks' number 1 spot, but they may consider you the 3rd time around, or maybe the 4th time around, maybe the 5th time around. Maybe it's like, you know what, I've been married 4 times before to a bunch of dog shit, you know, a bunch of fucking pieces of, maybe I should be nice to this one. Maybe I'll actually try. Maybe I'll be in conjunction and we'll actually, you know, progress towards similar, or if not the exact same goals for each other in our communities and society and humanity in general. Policy is supreme, so I need to get into policy a little bit more. Diane Morales is for a Green New Deal. Diane Morales wants to take care of our environment. She wants gun buybacks, which Eric Adams says isn't, you know, the greatest thing. And he's probably right? You're not going to get rid of the guns by people voluntarily giving them up unless you make it profitable. How much you buying these guns back for? Double the price, triple the price? But Diane Morales, she doesn't like gun traffic. She thinks of the police. She wants the police to change how they think of the community. They're not just terrorists attacking the community. She said warriors. But she wants them to be guardians, so she wants to be the protectors. She wants them to be guardians, protectors of the community. And yeah, I think it's, in a functioning democratic society, the police would work for us to serve and protect. Yeah, why don't you do some serving and do some protecting, motherfucker? The fucker, you want us to give you more money? No, defund you. You're not even around here. The police don't even show their fucking faces around here. There is absolutely no police protection in the Louvetti, Costilla County, Colorado. Diane Morales, born in Bed-Stuy. She's got decades of organizing multi-million-dollar organizations. In terms of temperament, in terms of look, beautiful temperament, Diane Morales, former public school teacher, nonprofit CEO, she was the first one in the Zoom, fucking knocked it out of the park, was serious, got her point across, got the conversation started, you know, didn't blink, just straight up, here's what's going on. Andrew Yang was like, hi, New York, but he actually missed it off a second, right, because there's a second delay. So he should have been like, hey, New York, hey, 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 New York, New York, New York. That way, in case there's a glitch in the future, you made sure the greeting was clear. New York Times endorsed Catherine Garcia. Andrew Yang kind of did too. Okay, I think that's, there you go, New York. Go out there and go vote in your shitty ranked choice election. I'm glad you got ranked choice voting. Why did you pick the worst one? Yeah, Morales. Vote for